Alright guys, so right now let's go over some no-gi stuff, but we're going to mainly focus on the straight ankle lock. That's a movement where not a lot of guys really actually talk about this one. I know that, for instance, knee bars, heel hooks, they're all in vogue, and they are really good too. But to me, it honestly starts with like the straight to kill knees lock. If you can't do this, doing all the other stuff does not actually work out either. So let's go ahead and let's just start off with first thing being control habits. So we will do at least one set of later on though. So your basic control now, I want to have one leg over. I want to be on my side. I want to have my knee now pinching in on top of his quad as I put my foot out, toes pointing out. This knee goes over right here. I'm trying to basically seal up this area as much as possible. Now, what a lot of guys do though, they'll put their opposite foot right here too. The problem is now I have no control over his hip, so he can come over however he actually wants to exactly, and then he can start actually getting out. So I really want to have the instep right here, hook behind his leg, and as this actually happens, we're pinching in now. Now, as my partner tries to actually move, I can actually move with him. Keep going, and we're still actually connected here. Now, as to what the feet are doing, this foot is barely pushing you. It's not pushing you a lot, because if I push him out too much, I'll slide off. So I just want to push him back just a little bit. This knee then pinches in, and as this knee pinches in, I'm curling this foot in this way. This is where the seal off actually happens. If for whatever reason he's really tricky, because I have to keep his knee within this knee line, so there's a line right here. His knee has got to stay within here. If I'm really worried about him getting out, whenever I'm basically within this standard ashigarabi position, and mind you, that's just Japanese for leg entanglement, so don't actually get too involved there. But grab a hold of your own shin, pull it in, get your leg out now. He should be dragging me across the mat here. This gives me time then to start setting up attacking the actual straight ankle lock. So this is position one. You can finish from here. I'm still going to always love position two, which is just going to be the cross ashi position here. There is a variety of leg positions to actually use. The standard one that I'm going to normally use and how I normally teach this now, the foot that actually goes over onto your inside leg, that heel comes basically right down to like the dimple on your partner's butt here. So what I'm doing, if you look, as soon as my heel comes in, see how it actually moves his leg too. It isolates that out. This foot now curls and we come right in here, and look at how it goes on top of, right in front of this ankle here. So we're gonna be here. Now from here, we simply pinch knees. The pinch is not just this one right here, because I do not want his knee actually touching like this ground. This knee has to come up too, right here. When that actually happens too, if you look right here, the common problem people actually have, let's say if he actually hides his foot more too, exactly, they have a hard time trying to fish this out because they're pinching down right here. But if I pinch this one up, this actually lets me get access then towards his foot. So you want to be here. This is where we commonly really want to do most of the attacks from. This is just my favorite spot. But this one right here does have disadvantages too, as well as the disadvantages. The only real disadvantage, if you don't have enough pressure using your feet, if he clears this foot, he can hop over, and you see how his leg actually gets free from this knee line. This, mind you, whenever this sort of thing actually happens, it's fine. It's not the end of the world like some people act. Because if you look, we still have this leg right here. Because that's now we just grab and now we shoot towards the opposite side then. And we'll get into that later on though. So that's your general premise essentially on like your first major controls whenever you were first learning how to do a straight ankle lock. Now, let's go over the actual mechanics right here though. So I want to have my arm around his foot, but I don't want to choke it off right here. Lots of people will actually try to choke it off, but the problem is though, If he does the defense called putting on the boot, go right ahead. He pushes his foot out, but he also turns his toes out too. Whenever that actually happens, it's hard then for me to actually get access towards his Achilles, because remember, we are not attacking right here, we're attacking right here. Your Achilles runs from your heel all the way through about right here. Your calf, not so much though. Lots of guys try to actually attack the calf here. We really want to attack low here. So because of that, even if I'm here, if I'm a yoke guy, I can make this work, and there are hand variations to sort of make this work, but it's just harder. Instead, I really want to have space right here. So I take my hand, and instead of me grabbing a hold of my far side pec, let's grab the near side pec. What happens now, put the boot on again. Exactly. Once this actually happens though, watch how I can now roll my shoulder forward and back, and that kills the integrity of his foot now. So whenever you do this with like a partner, they will basically feel how their foot feels like it's being crushed here. This is the real control to really start attacking the Achilles properly. From here though, because again, we're doing this a little more static. If I put the feet position in, I now lean forward. My hand now grabs a hold of my wrist here. But whenever you're doing this move here, I'm just going to put this up since he's wearing black too. I don't want to actually try to attack him with the wider part of the wrist. I really want to go with the blade here, specifically, I guess from where what would be considered, I guess, the radial bone here. The radial bone maybe about 2 inches up, maybe. This is going to be the sweet spot. This is the blade here. So we're here, we cut right back. Now watch, we roll the elbow back right here. Now, I should be able to point my finger at him and rise up, and I should feel how his foot gets engaged at this point. This elbow goes back, and we come up. Now, from here, we're here. I have to get access towards his wrist here. That can be hard depending. Like if we're here, if you look, it's hard. So all I do is this, I roll my knuckles in. That makes space for me to be able to grab a hold of the wrist, be re-straightened out, and now I can pull straight up, and now I can actually get a straight ankle lock. So that's your mechanics on how your general finish actually is. So let's go over just being right here, and we will go over entries to actually get here too. But even whenever I'm here, his foot's here, how the hell do I actually isolate out his leg then? Because he's not just going to let me just grab a hold this way. That's just not going to actually happen. So the first thing I do, I use a shotgun grip. So this thing right here, I'm grabbing hold of his calf, right here. Now if you look, his foot's low. One of the best ways on defending against any type of foot lock, doesn't matter, is for him to put his heel basically right behind my back. It's a great defense now, because it makes it harder now for me to be able to actually grab a hold of his foot. So because I know that, I'm going to go ahead and lean my chin over my own elbow here. We take this free hand, and I reach and I grab a hold of his foot, and I pull straight up to where I feel his foot go and touch underneath my armpit here. From here, I pull the heel out. It frees his hand up now to be able to loop underneath, and I go flat with the hand here. I'm not actually engaged in the attack just yet. From here, now I can make my fist, roll my knuckles in, hand sides underneath, and now pull straight up. Again, if you feel that the wide part is actually getting in, don't. Make sure that your thumb's up. So basically, act like if you want to scratch your nose here, I should be able to actually do that. I'm coming in and then pushing in at this point. Now, let's go over the roll, especially once people are here. Whenever you're first learning, you will finish a lot of straight ankle locks right here whenever you're going up against somebody newish. Once they know though, then they know some of the basic defenses. And again, the first one is just them clearing right here and then hopping over. So come back, please. And whenever this actually happens here, so let's say we've already got to like this position here, but now he's running his first defense. When he hops, my hand goes down, my knee now crosses over his leg. So I really want this knee to go in front of his leg here. So we reach, and that knee goes right there. The opposite knee now follows, and I cross over here. So from here, I reach out, and then one shot straighten the back out as I'm pushing him away, and that's a straight ankle lock here. This is actually a stronger straight ankle lock. If he happens to roll, which I personally love too, if he rolls, go in that hop and roll. You can catch right here too. And keep going. So right here, and from right here, we turn in, straighten out, and then the straight ankle lock is on. The reason why the belly down straight ankle lock works better off that way is, well, though, he doesn't have room to really move his ankle out now. Right here, he actually has space. Whenever we go belly down, this actually lets me engage the hips more. When we're here, for demonstration purposes, this is all arms here. I can engage the hips with your pressures by you pushing in and all. These are other pressures to also add in, but honestly, it's a lot easier when we're here to go 1, 2. So I'm making a cross here, and I'm extending the back out. See how I also have an arch in? Because now this is the room for me to actually break the foot in. So we reach, and again, I'm pushing myself up extended. And that gives maximum torque there. This also works as well for if you want to get to the cross ashi, where both feet are going to be over here, okay? Sometimes when we're here, he knows that I really want to pummel over, he'll stop me. So as I'm trying, he'll either push this knee, whatever, he'll make his knee rise up too. So because of that, I go, okay, cool. I'll make sure I get the grips that I personally want. And I'll just kind of be loose, and I'll kind of drop this down. People normally take this bait where they'll jump over. As he jumps over, I'll roll. We'll continue this roll to me being able to come over. Now both feet are over. Once we're here, we slide up. That depth of 1, 2. Now we can actually lean here, and now it doesn't matter. Because what I can also do, instead of me extending out that way, I extend basically towards you guys right here, where we go 1, 2 from here. We can finish off right here too. The feet have to cross though, because if I let my feet be down, so there's no foot on his leg. Go ahead and come up through my back, Greg. Going up. See, this actually happens then. And a lot of guys, they get into a bunch of trouble that way. Go back though. So once we actually get here, this free foot has got to go here, over. Now try that. I can push it back now. So again, we're running through a variety of positions right here just to show you where the power in this is. Now, to really make it tight though, I want to, again, once we actually have the hand here, and again, I'm kind of letting my legs be lazy, just focus more on the hand position though. Act like you want to scratch your chin, scratch it. Keep this hollowed out shell here, and then roll your hand forward. Bring your elbow back. Now whenever we grab, we are basically right on his Achilles right there. And by rolling that shoulder back and making his foot go right here, we're also attacking right here. So it's really a two-pronged attack. The old school way people would do, which I hate, is like this here. But the problem is though, again, I'm using a lot of the wider part of the forearm here, so it's not as effective. However, if he's being really, really sneaky, I'll go here for control purposes only. So as we're here, so have me actually back up. So as he's trying to actually get out, go good. See, I can control his leg the whole way through, so I can get to where I really want to be at. From here, we shrunk, and now we really start actually attacking where we really want to get to. So I still do love the old school figure 4 grip, but I like it for control purposes only though. I don't like it as a finish. To me, it kind of inhibits me being able to get to the finish faster. That's just me rolling with guys for years and years now. So for like the last few minutes, let's go over a few injuries though. So sit on that, please. So first one that we're going to do, because I want to have him. There we go. I want to have him actually step in with his right foot though. This is whenever you're playing any sort of seated guard. If I'm playing any kind of butterfly guard, I don't want the guy to actually step directly in on me because now he can actually pressure me too easily, so I can go right back out. I want you to act like you're a 2-year-old kid and you're holding the cup this way. So as he actually comes in, I cup right underneath his knee line now. This then gives me time to put my hook in. So once this hook is in, we go X guard and we go single leg X. We're doing it from a opponent standing, but we can always elevate them up from any sort of guard position too. So from here, this hand now goes towards his opposite knee, and I just roll and kick. And as I roll and kick, it makes him have to put his hands down, which means that he can't really attack me at all. This leg now goes towards the bend of his knee as I pull this leg towards the hip line. 1, 2. Now we are within the X guard. So now we have 2 options. So we have X guard right now with the overhook. Where I don't want Craig at, stand on up there, Craig. I don't want Craig here, unless I'm going to take him backwards, and we are going to do that with next. But instead, I really want to get him here. So let's say hypothetically, if he's kind of like halfway here, and I really want to get him down. The more that I'm flat on the back, this is just not going to actually happen. So what we do is this: we take this foot and we extend it out here. But as I do that, I'm going to hug this knee. I pull my knee in, and then we're leaning. This foot right here, and a bunch of people, they get into trouble here by trying to get their foot up too high here. This is fine if I'm going to take him backwards. If I want him to fall forward, we use the blade of the foot here. So I'm turning it. So if you just look right here, I'm turning it right here, so it's right on his mid-thigh. So we're here and here. Now look, I open this knee out, and then my toes slowly go out this way as I'm pulling this knee in, and we're gonna lean towards this hip. This foot right here slowly extends out. That's gonna force him down. Okay? Now, if my cameraman can get right here. If you look right here, I still want the straight ankle lock, right? So what we do is the following. The bottom knee moves first because, again, we always establish where the foundation is. So we take that out, and then the toes go right here. I'm going to extend this leg. As I extend this leg, we take this leg out. And now we put the toes right here on top of his hip line. Now, my head goes in. As my head goes in, this elbow goes high this way. This gives me space if my camera can get right here. See, if I'm here, it's kind of hard for me to get a good reach, and if you look, there's no space in here. But whenever I take the head in, now we have the space. I can grab a hold now of the wrist line. Now, this foot right here comes up, and now it just meets, and now we just pinch. If he rolls, that's fine, good roll. You follow, we're in the outside position, and again, we just arch. So that's option 1. Option 2. Yep. Again, we're here. We pull in because if I just try to go this way, sometimes this works, but this is also spacing where he can now start attacking like this foot, pushing this now, stepping over, etc. So that becomes a problem. So that's why I love grabbing hold of my knee, pulling in, and then kicking this way. It's just easier for me to normally put a person down. But let's say hypothetically though that he's coming up. So if he has really good balance, that's fine. This knee right here, I'll pull in alone though. I will keep this grip. So we'll pull this knee in, and as this actually happens, this foot goes down. Now we drop him down. Now from here we have we have options. The first option is my hand goes over. I'm not going to go away, and I'm not going to go to him. We go right within the middle. My hand goes over, and as my hand goes over, my knee goes over. From here, now watch my feet cross. Right here. Now, I push my hips into the ground, extend the legs. And straight ankle locks on now. So if I do that again, if you drop it down right here, and I'm always going to pick this foot up. I'm not taking my feet out. You'll see why within a second though. But I'm gonna go ahead and cross over. Hand first. See how I'm bringing my legs up now. Now the knee goes down. Now my feet cross. We extend out, and now we push the hips out as we straighten the legs out. The straight ankle locks on. The second option though, I may know that my partner Craig, that he's really good at defending against leg locks. I always have the backside. So if I know, for instance, like if he's trying to reach and he's trying to grab a hole right here, I go, okay, cool, we'll grab a hole the opposite side. And I'll shoot towards the opposite side and roll. If you look, I'm taking this foot and I'm going right towards this hip bump so I can basically stomp that hip away and then attack. And again, if we roll, he rolls a little bit, cool. We bring the outside foot in, we straighten it out, and we keep this hollowed out curve as we're going to extend out then to attack the straight ankle lock again. Okay? So again, that's from your X guards and on, from your single leg X. Same entry point though, where we'll catch, 1, 2. Our hand goes right behind his leg. This way now I'm basically set to always be able to actually attack the Achilles. We'll still swing in, work a little bit, we go 1. This time though, the knee goes here, the foot goes here. 2, and we swing right back in this way. This lets me actually put my partner down. We'll reach over, and again, I always want to have that instep as close to the armpit as possible, so we pull that up. Lean over, pull that heel out, and we roll. We're set now. Again, roll your knuckles in. That gives you space to be able to actually get in. Now we can just lean in. Foot can also come over. Replace 1, 2. Push out. Straight ankle locks. So again, that's today's quick one-on-one masterclass just on a straight ankle lock. So next time, of course, we'll go back to gi. We'll go back to like a few extra chokes. So otherwise, see you guys later on. Peace out. Thank you.